everyone, welcome back to another video here with the Wolfpack Customs, and today I am bringing you guys my latest custom, and that is fully armored Thanos with Infinity Gauntlet. And why did I decide to do a video on Thanos when I could have just done that on my Endgame showcase? Well, the answer is that I did do a little segment on Thanos on my Endgame showcase, but I decided to do a separate video because I think that Thanos deserves his own little video, even if it's like a 5-minute video. I feel like he deserves the recognition of one video for himself, like that exclusivity. I think my figure deserves that because it means a lot to me. It probably means a little bit more than the other Avengers figures that I did for Endgame, but it just means that it's over. Endgame is here. Definitely a culmination of what's been building up for the last 11 years with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the rest of the Avengers, all of that's been building up to the end game, and it's coming. It's now, as I'm recording now, it's like a night before the movie, so it's gonna happen tomorrow, and we're gonna see what happens. But Thanos did exactly what he said he was gonna do, and he snapped away half of the universe, to quote Black Widow. But it's true. I grew to care for these characters. It might sound childish, kiddish, cringe to some, but that's okay, because everyone has their own inspirations. Everyone has their own, I guess, their characters that they relate to, and I simply am able to relate to several of the Avengers, and it's been part of my childhood. It's been part of me growing up and caring for these characters. So seeing Thanos come in, pretty much destroy the Avengers and snapping away half the universe is something that I did not think I would be able to see in any time soon. But that happened last week. Last year, not last week. It's like too late, and I've tried to record this already like 4 or 5 times, so I'm just gonna go with it. Anyways, Thanos. Ever since I watched him pretty much destroy Thor in the opening scene in Infinity War, and all the Asgardians, and I just told myself I need to make this Thanos in his armor with the Infinity Gauntlet, because that's like the ultimate villain that the Avengers will ever face. So here he is. I was able to do it, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. So to start off with, we're gonna start off with the Infinity Gauntlet, which I sculpted a little bit on. I sculpted mainly on the wrist to extend the gauntlet itself, and then I sculpted a little bit on the surface of the fist itself, and then I did some detailing, and then I filled the gaps in with copper, and then I painted the entirety of the gauntlet with a golden metallic color. I think it's antique gold, so it's a really cool color. I really like it. And then I sculpted the entirety of the armor. Everything, literally everything that you see gold is sculpted. And then some areas in black are also sculpted, such as this area, such as the strap here, such as this arm guard, which is mainly black, and then some golden details. And then the back also has some golden details, some of the armor, the legs there. Even I added this fabric waistcape, which is not that visible, but it is there. And then I'm gonna show you a view from the top. As you can see the rest of the armor there, the helmet, and then on the front here is where most of the detailing happens. So I definitely started with the torso, and then I went on from there. I also ran into a little bit of a problem, but it's not that bad, and it's the shoulder area here. a little bit of the armor extends away from the torso, so whenever I try to lift the arm to do like the classic Thanos pose with the Infinity Gauntlet, I can't, because it just hits the armor piece right there. It would have hit and it would have broken off. It already happened once, but I fixed it. But it is still quote unquote functional. It just breaks off, so I don't think that's functional. But anyways, I did use a Avengers 1 Hulk as a base, and then I repainted the entire thing in pink and black as a base, and then gold was on top. And I did fill in the gaps that big figs have on their arms. So that was what's it called? That was a needed addition. And then for the helmet, I also spent, I think I spent like 3 hours doing the helmet and face. Probably the face was like an hour, but the helmet definitely was hard because of all the greebling, all of the little detailing, all of the little lines there. Just getting them all right was fairly difficult. I know that there are probably some details that didn't get to the figure, and that is okay, because the figure that I'm working with is a big figure, and that means that some of the areas are out of proportion. For example, the legs are a little bit too short, so not a lot of detail was able to be added onto them. I mean, I probably could add more, but due to lack of time and schedule, I was not able to add a lot of detail before I could record, so you just have to bear with me, which is why I'm not showing much of the feet here. But basically they're just golden boots, golden shoes, I guess. So yeah, you can see the naked green down there. But yeah, aside from that, that is about it. I mean, yeah. For I don't know if I mentioned it already. I used Yuri gems for the Infinity Gauntlet. You can get those at any craft store for fairly cheap. And I think I got the smallest ones, and I think they fit the fist just right. And yeah, I think that's about it, honestly. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I do post a lot of cool stuff on there, more frequently than on YouTube. I'm trying to grow a little audience over there, more than what I already have. But with all that said, subscribe if you're new, and if you're looking for more cool stuff, I will definitely be making Spider-Man Far From Home figures. I only plan to do Spider-Man in his Stark suit with the black and red, and then Mysterio. So only those two figures are planned as of now. And then if you haven't checked my Endgame showcase, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you actually stayed for this part of the video. And we're in the Endgame now.